first off is we had a summit, or there is an upcoming summit, or there was one this week with Putin. And Biden is being urged to engage diplomatically with Russia to avert a military conflict over Ukraine. So what's going on here with Ukraine? And we'll get a little bit more into the specifics about Ukraine. I have a really in-depth breakdown about 6 things that the corporate media won't talk to you about or won't mention. Nice. So, top U.S. and Russian diplomats plan to sit down together on Monday, and this was this past Monday in Geneva, followed by a NATO-Russia Council meeting on Wednesday in Brussels, right?
Right.
And what happened? While U.S. intel has recently suggested that Russia is plotting a potential offensive against Ukraine involving up to 175,000 troops, Moscow has denied any planned invasion. And as Tapper, I don't know which Tapper that is, Moscow has advocated for pulling back some U.S. forces in Eastern Europe and ruling out expanding NATO, an alliance dating back to 1949, to include Ukraine. And there's a reason why. Okay, and it's because that Russia was promised that if they allowed Germany into NATO, to go into NATO, that NATO would not continue to expand further eastward. And that is something that nobody talks about here. So, neither of these is actually on the table.
Okay.
Is what Blinken said. We all know our wonderful Secretary of State. Moscow on Sunday made clear it would not make concessions under U.S. pressure and warned that this week's talks on the Ukraine crisis might end early. Okay, and the deputy foreign minister suggested they could end after just one meeting. Well, okay. Noting that he faces a stark and profoundly consequential choice, coalition concludes that it is in the interests of the United States, our allies, people of Ukraine, and the world community that the disputes between our nations be settled peacefully. Can't agree more. If the Ukrainian people want to be part of Russia, we should certainly not stop that. If they don't, we should certainly not allow Russia to overtake them. I think that we should probably democratically allow them to make that decision on their own.
Sure. I mean, the thing is do we then play the world police on top of that if things don't go